It's fair to say that in today's world, sensors are everywhere. But in the world of tomorrow, sensors will truly be everywhere. And in many of these sensors, there are tiny components triggering them. They're called MEMS, or microelectrical mechanical systems, which are tiny silicon components at the nanoscale. And for the last decade, everyone has been focused on software of the future. But it's these tiny devices that all the big ideas of the future rely on, and they've been left behind. This is about to change. Mi nombre es Aguilar, y soy el CEO and co-founder of Omnitron Sensors, and we're rewriting the script on building high-performance and low-cost sensors for the world of tomorrow. I'll start with our team, as it is uniquely qualified to build these sensors. Trent and I met at Lumidyne Technologies and were leaders at a semiconductor sensor startup that was acquired by Google in 2015. Trent, my co-founder, has a PhD from Cornell. He ran the Google's quantum computing hardware team. He has over 30 patents and 20 years of experience at the very top of the MEMS field. As for myself, I'm an award-winning entrepreneur, worked at Tesla leading Model 3 software efforts, at Google X leading the avionics team, and at Argo AI leading the sensor tech development suite. This wide-ranging experience across some of the world's most innovative companies has not only meant that we have the right technical skills to make this vision a reality, we have a huge network across industry and abroad, which will be vital to our success as we grow. So what's the problem with today's sensors? Well, they're simply just not that good. When I worked at some of the world's leading companies, I saw this problem firsthand on integrating a safety-critical sensor called LiDAR. But to give you a more real-world example of how sensors fail, just think about your phone. When you watch a video in portrait mode, then switch to landscape mode, you'll notice that sometimes the video doesn't turn with you. I think everyone can relate to this issue. Now, this tends to be not a big deal because most often we try again and it works. We move on. However, this would be a huge deal on a safety-critical sensor in driverless cars. In this scenario, the sensors need to work 100% of the time, every time. On the chart you see on the right, you can see the green line. We've made big steps forward in other technologies like semiconductors. But despite being a core component to most sensors, MEMS has not followed the traditional Moore's Law trajectory. In fact, the MEMS industry has been somewhat flat for the last 10 plus years. So whoever revolutionizes MEMS design will trigger access to an extremely large wallet in the sensor world. And we have designed that bridge. Now, we're not trying to reinvent the wheel here. We've taken designs derived from proven MEMS processes and products and combined them in a unique IP-protected way. Our manufacturing IP will give companies the ability to design sensors in 3D versus 2D. Having this new degree of freedom to design with at the micron level will become an invaluable part of the process to design the next generation of sensors. We can provide a 10x improvement in performance, yield, reliability, and cost. This also brings a new age of sensors because we can design new products using this IP. And the market opportunity for this technology is huge. Can't get his accent right. Huge. On the chart to the right, you can see the exponential growth of the emerging trillion sensor economy and how quickly this market is evolving. It's estimated by 2025, worldwide, the sensor market will be worth $287 billion, with still a huge growth forecast for the subsequent 10 years. The MEMS market is expected to reach $18 billion, which can seem small in comparison. But again, this is where the opportunity lies. Because if we can bring innovation down to the MEMS level, it provides a huge market opportunity to the broader sensor space. And as a final thought, we keep hearing that software is going to eat the world. And to some extent, that's true. But as good as software currently is, we won't be able to realize the future we imagine without fundamental steps and changes in hardware. These fundamental flaws were why we started Omnitron Sensors. We have the team, knowledge, and talent to know what needs to be done, and this is a problem that our team is truly passionate about solving. Thank you.